Hi everyone, Casey Mullaney here from CaseyMullaney.com. So happy Wednesday, happy 11/11. I'm sitting in my 11/11 house on 11/11. It's always fun. So anyways, I wanted to hop on live because I was just having this conversation with a good friend of mine. And this is a common thing in everybody's mind. And I know it's something that needs to be worked on if you want to allow for more money, more abundance, all sorts of fun things in your life. So I'm going to give a little preface. Essentially, she's newly in business for herself and she's had several new clients. And we've been like chatting about all this stuff because it's all very new to her. And, you know, I've been doing this forever. So she was asking me, she was starting to get people messaging her asking for pricing. And there were people signing up and then there were people going, ooh, I don't know if I can do that. So what this started to do in her mind was it caused her to start questioning price points, which is a whole other topic. But what it made me do was give her a little bit of a conversation about money values. So pricing, like I could go into like pricing services like for forever, but that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about everyone, and not everyone has a business. But essentially money in our mind. So you guys know I'm a dietitian, a personal stylist, and a spiritual life coach. So it means I have all these fun backgrounds. Well, I've always said like a calorie is not a calorie. In a lab, a calorie of, a piece of cake is not, is equivalent to like a calorie from a carrot, but in your body, they're not. Just a little nutrition tidbit. But I've like just popped that in my mind and was like, well, $1 is not actually $1 either. That's where that came from. So $1 is not actually $1 either, because in your mind, just like on paper, $1 looks like $1. In your bank account, $1 looks like $1. In your mind, just like a calorie in your body is different in your body, in your mind, $1 is not $1. So what I mean by this is we all have different values that we assign to different things. So one, we all are coming from our own background. We're all coming from our own money shit. We're all coming from, things we were raised with, things we value, things we don't value, things people around us value. We're coming from this place of having all these different backgrounds and thoughts around money. And so your value system actually has a lot to do with how you perceive $1 and how it's spent in different ways. So one of the things that I was chatting with her about, and especially with her business and whatnot, I'm like, okay, well, not everyone's going to value that the same. Like some people are gung-ho and like, yes, this is awesome. And other people are going to be like, I don't know about this. Like, I'm not used to spending that kind of money in this area. It doesn't mean that maybe they don't have it. It doesn't mean that maybe they haven't spent that amount before on something. It's just mostly re-resonating in your mind what normals for money are, and also deciding what you value. So I'm not going to go into like her story about this because like that goes again on a whole other tangent. But essentially in your mind, if you think about it, you value different things differently. I value really nice workout clothes. Like not like they don't have to be like crazy, like the best brand ever. They have to be quality fabric. They cannot be itchy. I do not want anything that is going to have some weird thing on it driving me nuts. It doesn't mean that the price point has to be crazy high, but I do value nice workout clothes. Like I just found like these most amazing soft like shorts, like workout biker shorts or whatnot to work out at home in more. I value those. I value what I paid for those. I got it like a discount on them, but like the normal price point for the one pair of shorts was $70. I'm using this as an example. So the shorts were $70, these workout shorts. I valued them. I valued them enough to pay it. They're like the softest things I've ever put on. They stay in place when I work out. I highly value those for those reasons. Whereas maybe somebody who doesn't work out like I do or does different workouts than I do might be like, I'm totally good with these $20 shorts from Target. And they might assign a certain value system to how much they will spend on workout clothes. I hope you're following this. I hope this makes sense. But when it comes to wine or maybe a dinner out, they might value that really highly and value that more. So maybe spending $70 on an evening out no big deal because the value system is different. Where spending $70 on workout clothes, I might be like, oh my God, I can't fathom that. It's all about your values and what, it's not because the dollar seems any different. It's not because the amount is any different. I used another example earlier when I was speaking with her of I used to love, so years and years ago, I worked in Key West, and there was a Lilly Pulitzer store down there, and Lilly Pulitzer, which I still love to a point. The quality is very, very different, but again, I value fabric quality. So I had a certain budget that I would spend every month at Lilly Pulitzer, and that was like my clothing budget. I had so much fun. I loved it. I thoroughly enjoyed every minute of it. But if I had to translate that amount that I spent on like maybe one dress or something, if I, at that time frame in my life, if I had, especially if it was just me, so I was living by myself in St. Augustine, Florida, and I would fly back and forth to Key West. And so anyways, if I had spent like, say like one dress that I got from there was like over $200, you know, my weekly grocery budget for myself was literally around like $30. Like, I traveled, so some of my food was expensed and things like that. So if I had gone into the grocery and at that time frame without having a husband spent $250, I would have had a panic attack. That would have sent me spiraling. And it's because of what I valued at the time and what I felt was like a value, like what was a comfortable value for spending. And again, I hope this makes sense. What I was comfortable spending versus what I was not comfortable spending in one area versus the other. I hope this makes sense. And we all have this. So what the whole purpose of me doing this video is not to talk about how much I've spent on clothes and haven't spent on clothes or whatnot. It's to help bring you awareness in your life of where do you see dollars differently? Where are you seeing value differently? And I want you to dig into why. Because at the end of the day, a dollar is just a dollar. You just have different emotions behind it and different emotions behind spending it in different places. And what this will show you, especially if you figure out where you're comfortable and where you're not comfortable, it'll show you where you have work to do to be like, okay, I want to be more comfortable, allowing more into my life, allowing myself to receive more money into my life, have more money, and be more comfortable in spending in certain places. On the opposite spectrum, I grew up and knew a lot of people who would like buy tons of clothes on like the sale rack, but never really have what they really wanted. And at the end of the day, they were actually spending way more. Like at the time, let me just clarify, at the time growing up, I was not spending that much money on clothes, but you know, they would end up spending way more. Whereas I bought like these couple items, absolutely loved them, wore them all the time, got full joy and love out of them. And they ended up spending more, and they weren't actually getting what they wanted. Now, again, what this is some of we all have money shit. We all have money stories and money shit and all sorts of things. This was them allowing their money, what they perceived as a value of money and what it was maybe like a waste of money or where they should or shouldn't spend. This was a lot like blocking them from allowing them to have what they want. On top of that, it actually caused them to spend more. Overall. So again, it'll just give you some really good insights into your spending, good insights into what you value, and also where you can allow yourself maybe to have a little more fun and flexibility. Maybe where do you want to stretch yourself a little bit more, because maybe you get envious of people that have nice evenings out but won't let yourself have it, and it has to just do with like where you value spending your money, and you can shift and change that. You can shift and change and decide like, well, if I do value this, what if I like, rather than have this one nice dinner out, rather than these like 5 like $40 dinners, you know, or $30 dinners, I'm like, this actually ends up cheaper, you know, like this one nice dinner versus 4 $40 dinners. You know, it's all about playing and become comfortable with new normals in your mind with money, because the more you become comfortable with new normals with money, the more you can actually allow yourself to receive and have, which is a whole other fun story. If you would like to learn more about allowing yourself to receive more money into your life, allowing yourself to have more money in your life, definitely check out CaseyMullaney.com. And we can definitely chat more about that, and you'll see all sorts of fun offerings there. Anyways, I hope this was helpful. I hope this made you think a little bit about your value system, about things that maybe areas where you want to expand in your life, and maybe you want to look at money a little differently. So love you guys tons. Talk to you soon. Bye.